Yo, it is Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. Welcome back. So, as you might know, I have started an EU account to kind of give you guys an idea of the new player experience. I know it's not that original of an idea, but I also wanted to, from a personal and selfish side of it, wanted to expand into the EU. So this is Guido's EU invasion. I'm sure big things will happen. It's only a matter of time. I don't know. In order to post on the EU forums, apparently I have to have 250 battles. Also, it's fun to start a new account. It really is. This is going in free to play. There'll be more on that a little while later. You're going to see a series of videos come out. You've probably already seen the first two. The very first day where I started doing the missions and the schoolhouse thing or whatever, the training school that they have for a new account. And you'll see what happens later on. Some good things happen, and we're cooking along pretty nicely. However, the second day that I was streaming this, I had this game, which ends up being one of my more epic games, really ever, to be quite honest. It's a Radley Walters, 1500 base experience. And what I love about it is I'm in my T3045M rental, which is one of the things that you get. Watch the other videos, you'll see how that happens. You're going to get a 10-day rental. No camo. The only thing I have on it is hardening as far as equipment goes, because I didn't have any other equipment. And I'm running pure no gold. So this is if you've seen the videos, you already understand. It's more or less a free-to-play account. That's changing slightly. We'll get to that later in the other videos. Check them out. I'm just going to keep plugging the other videos as we go. But we're here on Erlenberg. And this crew's not very good. They are 100% in the tank, and they have around, I think they were around 30 to 50% in each skill, but none of them has a full skill. I will show you at the end, there'll be a card with a screenshot of the garage just to prove all that. And we're going to end up having a good game. And a lot of that is going to be just playing well, right? And yes, I'm an experienced player, so my new player experience is going to be somewhat different than other people's, absolutely. There is no doubt about that. But it's not really all the equipment and the crews and the tanks. Now, we're mid-tier. I'm giving lots of caveats here. But I'm telling you, it is mostly how you play. It is not really the tank, equipment, and crews. Those help, clearly. And probably over a long sample size or a long period with a large sample size, everything else being equal, i.e. two equal players, all that stuff will help you out. But you don't actually need it to do well. I am playing in platoon with lots of pilgrims in his alternate account, Nibblehorn. Foggy Mountain, the Foggy Mountain boys. And we're headed over here to the west side. So we're going to get up into the castle, and I pretty quickly find out that the Panther M10, it's not the Rona, the Wolverine was there, and we'll put some shots into him. I tell Pilgrim that the Panther's over there. He says, I know, he's shooting me. I said, well, stop letting him shoot you, and he backs out appropriately. Platoons always help, so we've knocked out the Wolverine that came up. We know the M10's kind of trapped over there, actually. I mean, he does have that side of the map locked down, but we don't have to really deal with him. As long as he sits on that and we don't push into him, it doesn't matter. So Pilgrim and I are going to push forward to the castle area here. I'm going to see if I can get a shot. We see him. That doesn't happen. I bounce one and T50-2. So now we know where the T50-2 is. He's back in the bushes back there. That's a bit tricky for me, but I can side scrape out of here. And really, this 3045M has decent armor. It really does. So between all the guns that are pointing at these guys, we can come around here and maybe get a few shots. There we go. So the P43. I also know there's a Stug in there, so I want to watch out for him. So I'm just going to continue to work. There we go. Pull back. Side scraping out and just trying to get shots as I can on these guys. P43 turtles up. That's a tough spot where those guys are, those two red tanks. It really is. I'll just take a blind shot in there. Especially when you've got a lot of guys invested into the castle and your guys aren't challenging them. They're really in bad shape right there. They can't exactly push into the middle because the Tiger 1 has them locked down. But it's kind of interesting because they have a heavy group in the middle and we only have the Tiger, and we have so many guys over here on the side. So now we're just trying to figure out how we can get down there, keep the Tiger from dying, and maybe get in there and support him. And Pilgrim and I are talking about it. We're like, hey, how can we get in here and start working on these guys? How can we get some help into the Tiger? And that's going to help out right there, right? We get the KV-1 down. We start working on the Stug. The P-43 is taking damage. I eat a shot from the Stug, and I'm down about half hit points, a little bit above, maybe 60%. We catch the M10 making a runner. That's the problem with the position he took. If he's not able to have a couple guys in the castle keeping us honest, then he's completely exposed. He tried to make a runner, and that position didn't work out. That's one of those all-or-nothing positions, guys. It really is. It's a tough one. So the P-43 dies, and now Pilgrim and I are talking about how do we get down there and start helping the Tiger 1, who's full hit points at the moment. I see the E-25 going. I'm worried about the 50-2. I figure he can probably handle him, so he goes in there. I don't have the gun depression right here to do this, and I sort of blow him off like surely the E-25 will beat the 50-2. Turns out he doesn't, and that will become a bit of an issue. So I'm trying to see if I can get a shot. He's down below on that little ridge right there, so we'll just push in, and then I'll run into this dude 3. That was not helpful. Would have liked to have got in there a bit earlier because the Tiger's kind of getting beat up. We'll put a shot into him, lights him on fire. I don't know if I did or Pilgrim. It must have been Pilgrim that did that, actually, because I don't have fire damage. So it looks like Pilgrim lights him on fire. And it's pretty even now. We got the 122 there. I missed that shot. We'll back out. And now we're discussing. All right, they own one side of the map. We own the other. Let's try to clean out the 122 and the Rudy and then get them all trapped on the other side of the map. But there's going to be a bit of a wrinkle thrown in there because one of their tanks is actually going to get into our backfield. I'm trying to work my way in here. What I need to watch out for is how many tanks they have on the east hill up there. If I get lit out in the open like this, I may start taking a bunch of damage. So we'll move in here. The 122 is our next target if we can get shots on him. That's the next guy we want to get rid of. There are 2 artillery. You can see that Su-8's having a pretty good game. He actually does well in this game. So he's certainly something we have to watch out for. And of course, the Bishop will machine gun you. Bounce off the KV-122. A bummer. Tiger comes in for fire support, thumps him, puts a nice hit on him, and now we're going to try to get in here and figure it out. Get rid of the 122. Pilgrim pushes in, and unfortunately the 122 is able to reload and puts a big hit on Pilgrim. Right now he's got pretty decent hit points. There's Pilgrim going in. We're discussing this. Hey, can we get rid of this 122? And I'm thinking, man, be careful. Because once you go over into that little open area over there, they've changed this map. I think this patch had a change in that map. To be honest, I haven't been over there since. Pilgrim takes this guy on, gets rid of him, but he's only got 33 hit points, and unfortunately the artillery has their eyeballs on him. He's trying to get away from it, and he's not going to last a whole lot longer. He tries to hang out there and hide. Maybe starts moving a little early, he said, and the Su-8 nukes him. Don't know if he would have been able to survive had he... I don't know why that guy shot at me. Don't know if he would have been able to survive had he stayed turtled up. There's not a lot of cover in there, and unfortunately now my teammate's gone. So, I mentioned earlier that we have an issue in the backfield. The Rudy is back by the cap. We have the Type 58 moving in. I'm pushing back to support him. And then I see the Tiger and T1 Heavy is pushing to their cap. So I'm worried that the whole glob of them is going to be pushing back to the cap, and we'll find the Rudy right there. Oh, by the way, I don't have 6th Sense either. So we'll shoot that guy. Just looking for a highlight. There we go. So we got him, but they end up killing, I believe, or they will kill our Type 58. And I've got him out in the open. I tried to track him and damage him, but that didn't work out. I'm just going to go ahead and start machine gunning this guy down. Pretty fast reload on the 3045M. Really good premium tank when we get rid of him. All right, so that's feeling pretty good. We got the Tiger 1, we got the 3045, and for me with the M, got the Type 58 with pretty good hit points, a T1. And all's looking pretty good, so we'll just kind of creep across here. The Sturv's into the backfield, but then he dies, and things start going south for us right there. The Sturv dies, the T1 gets on cap, and there's nobody really over there supporting him. It's going to become a huge issue for us. We're really split apart. Kind of wish the heavies hadn't pushed on towards the cap. They'd have come back and regrouped with us. We'd had a much better option. I can't cross that open area. The Type 58's a little bit unwisely poking out, and I think he pays the price for it here pretty quickly. So I decide no sense pushing across back here. I would like to. I'll just start moving through the buildings. And I'm going to go help the T1 and the Tiger 1. But that's going to have to change here pretty quick. They get stuck on the rubble, they come around. T1's again on the cap. Looks like he got reset, so they know where he is. There's 2 artillery. Pilgrim and I are discussing it. Down he goes to the Su-8. The Su-8 now has 4 kills. And we'll move in behind these bushes right here in these trees. Just hoping to catch one of these guys out. Now I notice the Tiger is a near dead. And I'm thinking, holy cow, alright, this is going from bad to worse. I need to get back there. And their 3485M does the right thing. Shows up, takes a big hit, but doesn't die. I can tell he's either very quick with his fingers or he's running a large fire kit. And I'm assuming it's a large fire kit. I'm going to go ahead and cross the river because I don't want to come up the east side of the river because of their guys, namely the M4 and the artillery. I want to come this way and try to find the 3485M. And I really wish the Type 58 had not done what he just did. I really, really wish he had come with me. And this was a real bummer here because I had this guy lit. I just fired him, get the kill, and it went, oh my gosh, that just hurt us. And I thought, well, maybe he's still there. Let's get a blank shot on him. Nothing. And that was a bummer. That was a bummer. That would have changed things quite a bit, I think, had I been able to take him down. Because now the Type 58 is getting spotted, and there's the 2 artillery. Our HMC artillery, I don't really know why he's where he is, but he dies pretty quickly. And now we're really hurt. It's me and the Type 58, and 4 of them. So we're going to push in here and see if we can't find their 3485M. We are on similar hit points. I'm like, oh good, this is going to be the drop. I'll get a shot. No. Oh, no. Try to get away from him. And then pretty soon we're going to lose the Type 58, and then it's going to get real tough from there. So I see him, and I'm thinking, all right, this will be a kill shot. And just zoom all the way in. Boom. No idea. That was a bummer. 2 chances to kill off that guy, and now I have to do something because here comes the 3045M on the other side. He's chasing me, and I'm going to get out of here, right? Unfortunately, their M4A1 lived. Shoot him on the way. I take a hit. Go around the corner, and now we're both 2 shots, basically. Thought about carving around and maybe taking him on, and then I said, you know what? Let's just leave. A little arty shot. I'll fix that because I don't want to be stunned. I need as much speed as I can get. I'm going to put these buildings between myself and the 3485. And I'm really just hoping I can at least get around this corner before he shows up and lights me. And it turns out that works out pretty nicely. I'll use that little terrain right there to duck down. And now I'm going to redline it on the west side of the map. And the plan here now is to fall all the way back into the bushes in the south. Watch for them to cross. Maybe if they get unwise and try to come across, I might get some free shots. Maybe even some double bush shots. If they do get on cap, I can sneak down through the bushes and hopefully get a light on them before they see me and do some resetting. This is one of the more dangerous positions here. If they had come straight across the open, they might have caught me out right here. I get up and over, and then here's the second dangerous piece. I'm out in the open here again. If the other 3485 had cut across the middle and was just looking for me, he may have found me right there. I think he's being a little bit cautious based on where I find him a little while later. And pretty soon they're going to let me know where some of them are. I come around this corner. A little bit concerned there might have been somebody sitting there, but there wasn't. Now we're going to cut left, get into these bushes, and just sit up here for a moment, and then one gets on cap. So I'm thinking, all right, let's see. One on cap. 3045 might be chasing me. I don't know where the M4A1 went. If he was good, he'd probably meet up with the T-3045M. I do have some time. It's a minute, so there's no sense to go raging in there right off the bat. Let's see if we can find one of these guys. Maybe making a move towards the cap over here. We don't see him. Now that I have moved further to the east, people coming in from back here might be able to get there without me seeing them. So I'm sort of selling out at this point, but I do need to get in here and try to find some of the guys in the cap. They are artillery. I'm just going a little bit slowly. There we go. Just back. We got them lit. but I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to have to accept. I wanted to get into the bushes, but he's behind some bushes. I'm just going to have to hold. And then, holy cow, are you kidding me? A crit, no damage. He is looking my direction. I don't have Sixth Sense. I have no idea if I'm seeing, to be quite honest. I'm moving to the bushes. I think I'm not, based on what you did right there. And we're good. Now I get spotted and hit. That guy misses. RNG comes through right there. I mean, that was definitely an RNG kind of event. I'm going to stay below the ridge. Now there's only 2 of them. Now I should be dark. I can get up into these bushes potentially and find this guy. There he is. He's out in the open. He didn't see me. I saw him, and he turtles up behind this building. I'll cut left, get behind these bushes. And now I'm waiting to see if I can get shots on this guy. Is he going to make a runner? Oh, look at that. The other arty is on the cap. I'll make that dark. Got a shot on him. Probably going to see us potentially. Yep. Maybe, maybe not. Boom. Just in time. You'll notice on that reload what I do, and that got me lit, obviously. On that reload, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to aim at the cover I know he's going behind, and if I reload in time, I'm going to go ahead and take that lead fire right there. He gets me ammo racked. He actually does 160 or so. Looks like an actual hit in the pin. Bishop doesn't hit hard, but it can certainly do 18. You can see that I got 79 seconds on my repair kit. I have 28 seconds till the cap. I'm going to come up this way and see if I can't do this with a little bush action. 21 seconds. I am reloaded, but I do have a long reload for the next shot. There we go. Try to back up, but I can't quite get everything dark, so we'll just accept it. But I'm pretty sure that got me lit. Even without Sixth Sense, I can kind of tell that. That gets a reset. We got 25 seconds. I do have a long reload, so I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. He goes dark. I can assume I'm dark at the same time. He's behind another tank right there. A dead tank. I'm trying to figure out how I can get a shot on this guy. Alright, where can I shoot him? He's doing the same thing. There we go. We're getting close. And boom. The old ammo rack with 2 seconds left. The old ammo rack. Holy cow. 264. That's basically what it took to win this. Right? 2 seconds left in the game. I didn't have time for another reload. 3,341, 8 kills, 438 assists. And my current to-date best game, I'll show you the card at the end, all kinds of epic medals on there. That was a lot of fun. I think even more so just because of the, look at that, I got pinned by Artie twice, basically in the same spot. That's crazy. Wow. And despite all that, ended up winning, a couple things damaged. That was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this account. Having a game like that where you're not in, 5-skill crew, a bunch of purple equipment and all that, you're able to pull that off. That's a lot of fun, man. Granted, it is mid-tier. I got it. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. And a little bit of the breakdown of what I was thinking and why I did it right there. A lot of stuff had to go right. And usually when you have a game like this, a lot of stuff has to go right. There's luck. And as I always say, not that I made this up, but it doesn't matter if you're lucky. The question is what you do with it. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.